1051.
Power 1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. We have a special guest hanging with us this morning.
Still the hardest out.
Yes.
Yep. Styles P.
Styles P.
Yo, Breakfast
P?
Club.
New album in stores. Float.
Float, yeah. High Times Records, Nature Sound, Salute, me and my man Scram Jones.
How perfect is that timing, man? 420 Saturday?
Yeah. I was on time this time.
Okay. That's what it is.
I was really on time.
So is it a old to marijuana? Like, what is it?
Nah, I would say it's just a real MC and original producer type of sound. Like,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? Like, just a real organic hip hop flow. I wouldn't say it's the content. If it's real lyrical, I would say.
Absolutely.
There's no real. You know what I'm saying? No meaning to it besides just being real lyrical, loving hip hop, and being high while doing it.
But that's your MO though. You can
No
ask Styles
doubt.
about any album and it's lyrical. I'm an MC. That's what I do. What you?
Yeah, but sometimes I go a little hard, a little conscious, a little deep. I try to touch a lot of subjects. This one I really have fun just as an MC, beats playing, just have fun with the wordplay. And Scram's a very hungry producer. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a real ambitious dude, and that's how I am. I don't like the rest. I always like to work. He lived 20 minutes away from me. So,
gosh, convenient too.
Yeah, I use his studio. Actually, it wasn't really even supposed to be a project. I was just going to his studio to get a beat from him and lay a joint. Sheik was out of town, Kiss was out of town, and our engineer Pools was out of town at the time. So I still needed to work and do things. So he's let me use his studio. Then I needed a joint. Then it's like I went to lay one verse. I laid like 7 verses. Got a couple other beats, and it was like, like 2-3 weeks later, month later, we had the whole thing was done.
Wow.
Who's that? Did you guys say, okay, why don't we just do a joint project together? Whose idea was that?
Scramps. He did the whole thing. He had the whole, first it was a song. I was like, all right, this came out crazy because I work with Scram on a lot of projects. And then it was like just racking up beats and just getting prepared to work. Like, you know what I mean? Just trying to use my time.
Right.
I know a lot of people come to y'all with stuff like that all the time. Like, what makes you say, okay, I'm going to actually do this project?
His hunger.
Okay.
There's certain producers I like and I like to work with. Like, when I like a person who doesn't compromise their music for anything, no matter what's going on in the industry. And I find Scram to be one of them producers. He always follows that original hip hop sound and sticks with it. He even adds the old school scratches and cuts to the hooks. Like, to me, that's traditional hip hop. So, it was like nature took its course.
You even had a song called "Hate or Love" on there. Are people still hating on you?
I don't know. I'm cool. I think I'm in a better place. My energy's been a little cooler for 2013. I set out to be a little cooler, so things have been cooler for me. Like, you know what I mean? I don't feed into the negative energy as much.
Right.
I was going to ask you that. How do you feel about the industry? Because it feels like for the last couple of years, you and the guys kind of been playing with the industry. Like I don't want to do an album this year. Maybe I'll do an album. Like, it just seems like you just are fed up.
I did a lot of work last year. Last year I did a Master of Ceremonies, World's Hardest MC, Diamond Life Project, First 28 with Spitter. I just have fun. Like, I think the industry and hip hop are two different worlds. Like, I say that all the time, and I don't like the industry at all.
Right.
Hip hop I love.
So when are we gonna get a Styles P full-fledged album?
It'll be a minute.
released?
It'll be a minute because
Why?
I'd rather do the Locks and In and Out first.
We're not getting the Locks out, man. We've been praying on
we
this Locks out.
got a
as
good
long as we
amount of
can
songs
play
on the
times.
hard drive right now.
Is that rumor true?
We got a
The
good- we
whole
got a-
Khaled executive producing, Swiss Beats executive
Swiss,
producing?
we working with Khaled, we talking with, like, you know what I'm saying? But we actually have a bunch of songs with Swiss as we speak. Like, you know what I'm saying? Couple with
Dr. Dre got a lot of songs too, Styles.
Yeah, I can't speak for Drake.
We gonna get this.
We in a different ball game.
We gonna get this album.
If not, we just give you something for the streets.
Enough said.
He's like, whatever.
You know?
We were just having this conversation because, we was talking about the Locks, and it's like, as you grow and you become an OG, it's like the Locks are known for a certain, I don't want to say sound, but a certain subject matter. You know you're going to get that hard, grimy street stuff.
Yeah.
I always say I don't want to listen to no D-Block in a bad mood because you want to shoot a pistol. Like, as you get older, do you feel like, I can't rap like that no more?
I could because my energy feels like that sometimes, but you don't always want to project yourself like that all the time. Well, I tell people, I'm in a better place. I live a, like, you know what I'm saying? I live a pretty decent, nice, chilling life.
Like I'll still cut you, but I don't want to.
Yeah, like I'm like that.
Gotcha.
You got it exactly. I'd rather walk away unless you touch me. Like, before, you could say something to me and it'll provoke me and we'll get into something. Now I'd rather just say, unless you touch me, Because if you touch me, then you're going to have the problem. The problem's going to definitely be on you, and you're going to leave feeling bad about it, and I'm just going to leave.
Now, how did you end up on Tahiri's song, Devil Remix?
My homeboy Jay Val asked me to.
And it was no question.
That must have been a real favorite.
No,
that
he's in the camp. Hey, you know. And what you want me to say? And then Uncle Murder, I charge it to Murder. Uncle
too.
Murder's my homeboy.
I told Murder to say
he's the younger, harder version. You know, he's young hard.
Right.
I thought it was cool. I said, all right, you know, it might work. Part of my French. You know, it did.
Chalk it up. It's nothing.
Yeah.
So where did the Khaled rumor come from?
I'm Swiss.
Okay.
Swiss. It's not a rumor. Swiss and Khaled be talking. I speak to Swiss more than the Khaled. Kids probably speak to Khaled more, and you know. But we just been working. To tell you the truth, I haven't paid attention to none of the talk paperwork when we gonna do it or nothing. I'm just glad we got songs on the hard drive.
Right.
It's always one step at a time. Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't really get the business side of a lot of things, and you don't always feel like breaking it down. Like, if Pepsi and Coke was to tell us how they things is going, we don't want to hear all of that at the end of the day. We want, you know.
We just want the product.
Yeah, we just want the product. So it's the same thing with music and the locks. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot to go through, a lot to talk about. And then, you know, with us anyway, our brotherhood's bigger than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to the people, we understand. So that's why we got a couple songs on the drive now. But long as we support each other, we do what we do, you know, chilling.
Just got to sit Swiss and Khaled down and say, look, don't ad-lib the record.
Like,
out.
we got some, we stick to the script when we do our music. The one thing we don't do is tamper with our sound.
Right.
We do not tamper with the sound for no reasons.
How often do you be in your juice bar?
All the time if I'm not on the road.
All right, I gotta get up there because everyone keeps telling me about it.
Yeah, come on through. We're a cool spot. We like cheers for the good folks.
You're not gonna do like you're not gonna franchise. You're not gonna franchise it out.
Yeah, we looking at a second spot to open now, and second and a third. We want one in Manhattan and somewhere else.
Like Brooklyn.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what's the best area because the purpose of the juice bar, like, shout out to everybody who goes to Juices for Life, 1026 Castle Hill Avenue, Bronx, New York. But the purpose of juicing though is not just for us. Well, we get paid because we work. You know what I'm saying? But the purpose of juicing really is for us as a people to spread the word to our other people. Like, we drink, we smoke, we don't sleep. You know what I'm saying? We don't rest. We eat unhealthy, a lot of fast food. So you need balance because you're not just gonna not do all of those things or one of them things. So it's really about balance, and so we always want to be somewhere where it affects and helps the community. And we mean a melting pot, you know, a vast amount of races, a vast amount of people. Like, we just want everybody to just know, you know, fast food's been around for a long time. So that means it's going to take a long time of people promoting. I'll probably be dead by the time, you know what I'm saying, juicing is really, really kicked in our community as far as, like, everybody just eating healthy, working out, juicing all the time as much as they don't work out and eat fast food all the time.
I try to get these guys to do that up here. Right?
I juice. I do wheatgrass 3 times a week.
See, that's great.
I do 2 ounces. I do 2 ounces of wheatgrass every time I go to the gym. I do 6 ounces of wheatgrass a week.
That's great, actually.
And be having a
I mean, what is that? Give me.
You don't even know what he is. You don't even know what is that shit.
you don't even know what it is.
That shit.
You gotta know what it
Maybe
is.
give me some shit.
But he also drinks muscle milk. Is
He said
that good
healthy.
for you?
I don't drink muscle milk.
I don't think muscle milk good for you,
With
man.
me, I say with
I drink Nutriment sometimes, but I don't drink
when
muscle
people
milk.
ask me what's healthy for you and what's not, for me personally, I don't like to drink or eat anything where I don't know the ingredients, so I can't spell the words and glyconitrogen and phosphorus thing and rubber this and rubber that. I'm not into that.
And I have friends that do all these diet pills and stuff like that. I'm like, y'all don't even know what's in that. Some of it's not
I
approved.
don't do no diet pills,
FDA
no none of
approved.
that.
I'm like, y'all gotta
I
chill.
go the old school way. Juice, fast, and ride the bike, walk the steps.
Okay.
All right, Styles P. So
You ever thought about doing like a hood DV, like a hood style exercise?
My man Giant,
Nutrient
big shout
thing.
out to the bartenders. My man
Yeah,
Giant
they
from
do
the
those.
bartenders. I work with the bartenders. That's like my trainer, Giant. So he got plenty of them. So just look online for bartenders, BARTENDAZ, and look up Giant and the whole crew, and you see the work. Bartender, salute too.
Boy, now let's talk lyrics for a second. Now it seems like the past week or so, everybody has really been taking lyrics literally. Like, you know, the whole Rick Ross situation and You Ain't Even Know It remix, and, you know, Jay-Z with his, you know, White House clearance bar. Like, how do you feel about that? As an MC who's heard a lot of different things in your career from rappers.
I just think when you're in a certain spot, or you know, you you hold a certain position, you got to know people are gonna look at everything you do, through the magnifying glass, and then you got to understand. Anytime you're on top, somebody want to see you lose. So you got to watch what you say, watch how you say it, think about who you offending when you say something.
But could you imagine? You remember what Biggie used to say?
Yeah, Biggie's your favorite rapper. Biggie used to say some wild stuff.
I'm saying say it. I say you talking to me right here. I say the most pop them in the head, lay them down kind of stuff ever.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I just think, though, you gotta know when they're gonna come for you is what I'm saying.
But the difference is if you had a Reebok endorsement,
That's
you
what
have
I'm
to know
saying.
that
You
you
gotta
have to be
think.
more responsible. If
You
you
gotta
just on
think.
your own out here doing what you do, you don't care about none of that, you can say whatever you want.
Anytime you're on top, you gotta know I'm on top. Anything I do, they're gonna try to take me down.
Right.
That's what it really boils down to at the end of the day, because plenty of people said them kind of things in their mind. He's not the first, and he's definitely not gonna be the last.
Has anything you ever said been super controversial like that, where people were protesting?
Nah.
Right. It just slid by.
Yeah, I think they expect me to say ridiculous things.
Do you find yourself being more conscious of your rhymes now?
I always feel like I go both ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as my music, I go hard and I go conscious. I go how I feel. Sometimes I think music is meant to express yourself, like as a lyricist. So I do what comes naturally to me when the beat comes on. So, but if it affects people in a certain light, you know, I want to try to, you know, work towards changing that. That's why I live my life the way I do now. Like, I've done so much, I feel like, you know, negative, that I got to try to do positive too on a day-to-day just to balance it out. So that's what my juice is about. I be in the hoods, you know, trying to tell the kids go to school. I visit jails, I visit schools. I do these kind of things, and, you know, nobody ever sees it or none of that, but it's important to give balance to what you do.
Absolutely.
Recently,